through the laser grids on the rooftop areas of these buildings, they will be able, of course, sound an alarm, and of course all the enemies will then come running for me. And I'll probably work my way through a couple of them, but it's pretty much what's laziness on the fact of the programmers, you know, that you're gonna see this grid area, which I'm about to show you after I get out here. Here's that whole grid area. I'm gonna equip the night sight goggles here, and now you can see the whole grid. This is the exact, pretty much same design throughout all the grids on all the buildings. So you see this one time, you'll pretty much know it. And you can actually just kinda, if you memorize it, work your way through it without even needing the infrared goggles, which I will attempt, but I will most likely fail. So that's just a forewarning, because I just really don't feel like re-equipping the infrared goggles each time just to see that grid, where in the end, even if the enemy does see me, they're really not going to be able to do too much against me. It's not like by seeing me that somehow some super giant, you know, boss comes out of nowhere and instantly kills me or anything like that. Now I'm on the trolleys, and this starts another little interesting area of gameplay, as you're on top of the trolley, and a random soldier will peek his head out and try to see you, which I don't know how he didn't see me jump onto the trolley in the first place, but if you're standing over his window when he looks up at you, he sees you, he sounds the alarm, and then all of a sudden, like, out of nowhere, troops just start falling into the trolley, coming after you, and it's just a giant mess. So it's best not to be seen while on that whole trolley, and if you do it once or twice, by that final trolley, even on your first playthrough of the game, you should be able to figure out how to avoid those guys pretty easily. As you can see, pretty much the exact same laser grid for the most part as we saw before. Looks like it's almost the exact same layout of the rooftop area on a second building, and trust me, we are actually on the second building. But this whole series of buildings, almost all of them look the same, except for some of them have different interiors, which I just got another ration there from a random enemy being punched in the face, which is always a plus. It's always a good thing. I'm not going to complain about getting extra health item boosts, but I'm going to try to make it as much as I can without having to re-heal, because like I said before, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I always seem to only play better, or do better, when I have low health. But anyway, I'm going to enter this room, and hey look, M. Bison's here. Let's say hello to M. Bison by putting truth gas in the room, and he will give us a nice little hint. It's 7 times more powerful than Metal Gear 1. Really? That just kind of seems far-fetched and unnecessary if you ask me, considering as far as I knew, Metal Gear was like a super giant humongous weapon that could destroy everything in its path, and anything and everyone it wants to, so to be 7 times more powerful just seems kind of unnecessary in the end, but hey, who am I to say against people that want to take over the world using giant mech robots? But in this room, we get the keycard number 6. Now you're going to question, we get keycard number 6 before keycard number 5? Yes, for whatever reason, we end up getting keycard 6 before we end up getting keycard number 5. I'm picking up some random antidotes because I can get poisoned, but I don't think I will, but I will make sure that I do have antidotes in case I do, and I'm going to use some food here because these enemies are about to hit me no matter what I do, no matter how good I am. At least I only got hit once there, but that would have been death if I didn't have some rations to use. Quickly duck down into this area, and go ahead with card number 3, open the room, and hey, save another hostage, which, hey look, increases my rank, and gets my full health back. So I probably should have stopped down there, grabbed him real quick before going up and grabbing the keycard. That probably would have been the best option, but oh well, I used a ration instead and still was able to make it through. I just lost 1 ration, which hopefully I'll be able to gain back by maybe punching some guys later or just grabbing some from a random ration room, which I know there will be at least 1 more before the end of the game. But the whole point of coming into this building was to grab that key card, and once we have it now, we're going to head back up to the rooftop area, so if you missed that laser grid, say hello to it once again, but this time I'm just going to say screw it, and try to maneuver my way around it without getting caught. But that doesn't always work, and enemies see me and whatever, and they sound the alarm, and they will stupidly run at me, very poor AI, except the bullets do a ton of damage, which is an absolute annoyance, but anyway, I got past them, and now I'm just going to stand here and wait. As you can see, the other trolley reappear, but that trolley will get me back down to building 1, which of course is not where I want to head. So I'll stand here, wait for this trolley, get on it. Somehow, once again, there's a soldier inside who's going to start looking up at me as I get going, but for some reason he couldn't see me jump onto the actual trolley. Don't really know why he can't see me. I don't know how he didn't notice, you know, the sounds of footsteps on top of a trolley, but oh well, he's retarded, and I'm going to use that to my benefit. So now that we're off this trolley, as soon as it wants to get off this trolley and land, go through random more screens, and hey, look, we've arrived at the next building, our next location. And once again, same basic freaking laser grid that we've already dealt with before, which I'm just going to try to bypass, but oh well. Slightly different design of a laser grid, but it's basically the same exact gameplay that we've already dealt with before. And now head to the first floor of this building, just like we did in the previous one. And now we have a slightly different building that we have to work our way around for only really one purpose, and that's to pick up another item, just like we did in the previous building. Saving some guy actually drop any rations for me, but of course I'm not that lucky, I guess. At least not right now. I'm not that lucky. Save another random hostage who is like, oh my god, what is Metal Gear? He doesn't even know what Metal Gear is. You're so useful of a hostage, I should have just left you tied up. I don't know how you're, once again, just like all the other hostages, how in the hell are they escaping without my help? I free them, and then they're somehow gonna get past all these enemies? I mean, I guess they could, if they just have any sense of knowledge at all, they could, you know, get through these enemies, but just keep punching them in the face until they drop ammunition and stuff, because they really aren't that smart of enemies, but still, even with that. Ooh, high sensitivity antenna. Ooh, lots of fun there. Basically, I could use that, in order to signal, some different people on my radio that I really am not even gonna worry about, because the transmissions overall aren't even that useful for me to use. So I'll just, you know, skip that whole ordeal and just try to skip most of these codec things. Wait for random enemies that saw me because I accidentally just ran through the laser grid because I really just didn't care about that laser grid all too much. And then I'm just gonna stand here and wait, and wait, and wait some more until eventually the trolley will show up. And there it is, I can get on top of it, and yeah, same exact thing that happened before. I'm on the trolley, and I just gotta get by it without these idiots seeing me, so they don't start some gunfight on top of a moving trolley. But they're gonna try to see me, they're gonna look. You know, if you think at this point they would have just crawled on top of the trolley and say, hey look, there actually is someone up here, I knew there was, I can hear the footsteps, but I'm too stupid to just get on top of the trolley and look, you know. I'm just gonna kind of blankly look out the window and somehow be able to see everything. I really don't know. But next building here, so now we actually will go inside this building, and I need keycard number 6, which is why we had to pick that one up. And now you can see random blue enemies. Oh god, it's same basic enemies, same AI, same intelligence level, but they are blue colored. Give it up for that. Keycard number 3, use that, open up the room, and hey look, M. Bison's back. And let's see what useful tidbit of information M. Bison's going to give us today. The commander holds the key to this secret weapon. Okay, awesome, thank you. That really wasn't that useful. But get back to my keycard and now head out. Okay, another blue shirted guy. I'm going to run past him. Go across the opposite side of the crates that we first went past. And hey, now we're on the other side of the room and we're going to enter in here. Once in here, we're going to head down to the next floor area below us. Get off at the next floor and head off. And what a shock, more blue shirted enemies to deal with. And somehow that guy didn't see me as I just literally was on, you know, peripheral vision of him, but he didn't see me, so I guess that's good enough. Head off, equip back to keycard number 4 this time, and head inside this room, and save another hostage. Hey guy, how's it going? Well, this time I really don't give a crap what you're gonna say, because you're probably just gonna say, what? Metal Gear? What's that? And, yeah, so you're not really useful. Escape on your own. Be my guest. Somehow escape without me being able to actually help you. Still don't know how you're doing that. Enter this room real quick. And just keep doing this real quick to replenish my supply of plastic explosives. Just to make sure that I am full again. At least they're right at the beginning of the room, so it really didn't take any extra effort to refill my supply real fast. Head up, and this room is probably one of the most important rooms that we're going to have to deal with, because inside this room right here is more oxygen tanks. Oh yes. And we're going to need them because the most annoying side-scrolling area is coming up in just a little bit. And when I say the most annoying, I really do mean it's the absolutely positively most annoying, because if you do not have even with full supply of oxygen tanks, I still usually run out of them, and I still usually always take at least some damage from not being able to breathe because I ran out of all the oxygen tanks which I had built up my supply of. So yeah, lots of fun coming up from that. We're going to start off in this room. You can see there's actually 4 doors in this room, the one we came in plus 3 others. And we're going to head into this upper path first. We really don't need to deal with the left path, it's just this path and the one to the right. And we need to come here first in order to grab an important item, so we have to deal with this area. And unfortunately, not only do we have to go through this area forward, we actually will have to backtrack and go all the way through this area again. So you're seeing it now going front ways, you're going to have to see it going back ways as well. Lots of fun. Deal with random cameras. I'm going to duck under this other one so it doesn't see me.